Hello and welcome to the stream to GC Watchalong. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe and like and share. If you're watching this on a replay, please like, share, subscribe as well. So tonight it's Real Madrid versus Atalanta in the Champions League. Real Madrid go with Courtois, Sergio Ramos, Varane, Nacho, Kroos, Benzema, Modric, Valverde, Lucas, Mendy and Vinicius Jr. Atalanta go with Sportello, Gozens, Toloi, is that male it's pronounced, Jamiste, Romero, Derun, Malanowski, Palisic, Pessina, Muriel. Now, one note for the Atalanta team is Zapata is injured. He does make the bench, but he is injured, so we don't know if he's going to make an appearance tonight. So I've got all the channels set up, so I'm just watching it in the background as I'm doing this as well. See what goes on, and thank you for everybody that's joined. So kickoff is at 8 PM. So if anybody wants to start the chat, get a talking, get a chatting, see what happens. Let's see who we have in tonight. Let's see who's in. So just make sure Ian joins. Ian will be joining, and I'm pretty sure there'll be some others joining as well. So yeah, just waiting to see what happens with this kickoff and this team. There's not really a lot going on in the meantime until this kicks off. So I get some people on the chat. It is on BT Sports 3 as well, if you want to watch along at the same time. And also tonight as well is a Man City game. So I do have, so it's 10 minutes to go. I'll just watch it and listen until it starts, or until it kicks me off. One of the two. So yeah, so Real Madrid's 1-0 up against Atalanta. Atalanta, you can't really say that they won't win. They've always got a chance. And Real Madrid are about to rebuild their team. There's been talk of a £500 million kitty. It's a very expensive cat. And they're also saying that Ronaldo may return. When Zidane was asked, he didn't deny it. Real Madrid, just seen that Sergio Ramos has 100 goals and 669 appearances. Real Madrid are in an interesting transition at the moment. They've got a few players that are a little bit older, like your Sergio Ramos and your Modric, Benzema, but then they've got a few players coming through, Vinicius Jr, Rodrigo. So we just need to see if that's how that works, how that gels, and what the transition period is, because there is quite a big age gap. Now, if we do bring back Ronaldo, I'm not too sure. I think he's spent too long in Italy. I can see why Ibrahimovic was a good purchase for Man United, even although it was a wee bit, is it a good deal at the time? And I know how much Ronaldo works, and he may get away with it in the league to an extent, but against the big teams I think he would start to struggle. I think we're seeing that he struggled in the games against Porto. So it'll be interesting. If you've got, I suppose, players at Real Madrid, then you are looking to use those players to stretch the play which could allow Ronaldo some space. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's all about seeing what happens. In fact, let's check this as well. Make sure everything's working as it should. Because if it's not working, no, it is working. So. But yeah, as I say, we've just got 10 minutes to kick off, so just wanted to come on a wee bit early because we didn't do any watch-alongs at the weekend bar one game on Saturday, so missed it to some of the games because I wasn't feeling well. So I thought I'll do one tonight, see how that goes. But yeah, what's happening in the Man City game? That starts at 8 o'clock, but what is there? First team. That is the question. If you've got 10 minutes to spare, you can go through my channel and find I've done my fish earlier this afternoon. Done Stroman fish. Do not recommend it. I can still taste it and I can still very much smell it. But yeah. Oh, that'll be my computer. Revving its. Once it kicks off and that, people in the chat, it'll be a lot more interesting. That is going to be the key. That is going to be the secret. But until then, there's not a lot I can really talk about when it comes to Real Madrid. Haven't really followed Real Madrid in the past couple of seasons. I know that they need to change their team. I know that Zidane just barely kept his job. Yeah, I don't really follow Real Madrid that much anymore. No, Tony. Hi, Tony. Hi, Tony. See, once the chat going, it's good. I was actually saying that about Salah. I think Salah's a cheap alternative to a lot of players, and you can purchase him for about 40 million. And when you think you've got 500 million, and you need to buy Haaland or Mbappe off of that, and that's going to cost you about 150 million, then Salah's a really good purchase. 3-1 to Real Madrid. I'm going to go 3-2. I can see Atalanta scoring twice. The only thing about Atalanta is Zapata is injured, so that's always an issue when one of your best strikers is injured. But we'll see. He's on the bench, so we'll see if he makes it onto the park later on. I'm just trying to make sure that I've got the latest stream on this. Streamy a river. So how's work been? Is this your what day? First, second or third of your 3-day week? Tomorrow's Wednesday, so that's my third. Almost weekend. It's weekend. So yeah, that'll be fun. Who do you think is going to win the Champions League this year? I think every team is hoping that they get Porto in the next round. I don't know, I think Porto will be a difficult tie for a lot of these teams. I think when you look at Real Madrid and stuff, they'll be looking at it going, yeah, Porto it's a bit of a walkover, but every other team in the Champions League has thought the same, including Juventus, and look how that transpired. It'll be a difficult one, any team that plays Porto. But again, they're deemed to be the easier ones out of the remaining lot. You don't really want to, I suppose, draw with PSG. Because they're doing pretty well, and we'll see how well Real Madrid do tonight. Just looking at the montage of Real Madrid and Atalanta in their last game. Although Atalanta got beat, I don't know. I don't think they're going to get beat by much tonight. I think they've got a great opportunity. I think they'll push Real Madrid pretty close. Pretty close. It's telling me that I can go in the BT app to check all the goals, which is quite interesting because I don't have BT Sports. Anyway. I seen that Hazard got injured again. He's what was it? He's played 36 games out of 51 possible, something like that. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know what they're doing different in Spain than they were in the Prem, but he's getting injured all the time, and then he's not keeping off the weight either when he is injured. See, Man City, I don't think they'll win it. I think Man United overturned them quite well in the derby, and when Man City played the following week, I think who they played, wasn't a big team, and they didn't play that well. So I think that they definitely have a weakness, and that'll be used or exploited by the bigger teams. So I would be surprised to see Man City win it. I think for me it's either PSG or I suppose Real Madrid, depending on how the draws end up. Because that Barcelona game, PSG, could have easily been a final game. It was that good. Everton, yeah, they did they not have 2 games in hand, and they lost the game on Saturday. But yeah, the thing with James is he's came in, done fantastic for the first 3 to 4 games, then went quiet, and then it's in the past 4 or 5 weeks he started to play like he was when he first started. So you can only hope that when he starts playing again, he's back to the standard of what he was when he went out injured. So yeah, I don't see it being Man City. I think it would be PSG. I think PSG or Real. Also, as well, if Zidane does get knocked out of this, that could be Zidane out of job, because I think Real Madrid's second in the league. But going through the team again quickly, it's Courtois, Mendy, Varane, Ramos, Nacho, Modric, Kroos, Valverde, Vinicius Jr., Benzema and Lucas for Real Madrid. I had to read that quickly to catch up. Got Arsenio and Rodrigo on the bench. So I mean there's good players on each of those teams and on each of those benches, but you just feel that Real Madrid, because they're winning 1-0, will have enough in this to see it through. I just went and bought three Real Madrid tops as well last week, but they'll take ages to come. I bought them from China. So Sportillo, Toy, Mail, Gossens, Moriel, Derun, Romero, Malinchovsky, Jamistete, Pesina, Pasalic for Atalanta. As I say, they've got Zapata on the bench. I'm not very good at reading Polish, Italian names. I'd be terrible at being that sort of translator. But anyway, Real Madrid are shooting left to right, and it's Atalanta who won the toss. So they kick off tonight, and they are shooting from right to left. We're in the Bernabeu. I think we're in the Bernabeu actually. I know the Bernabeu was getting an upgrade soon. There we are. I should really watch more Spanish football. I've not watched it properly in a couple of years now. But there's a kick-off. And Atalanta just get the ball pretty much straight to Real Madrid within the first 6 seconds. They get the ball, kick the ball up. Sergio Ramos, as you like, almost starts off an attack for Real Madrid. Robbie Savage and Ian Dark is the commentators for BT Sports. I'm quite glad they're not listening to Robbie Savage. Surely, when you're Atalanta, you really don't want to be giving away possession to Real Madrid that easily. You want to try and contain it. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. And then, as I say that, Real Madrid give the ball away quite easily to Atalanta when they kick the ball out. It could be one of those games that's quite scrappy where they keep giving the ball away. No real containment, no real control of the ball or the situation, which is not what you want, not at this stage. And I don't want to be watching NFL, so I'll turn that off. And there is a free kick given to Real Madrid early in the game, but it is in the Real Madrid half. You just feel that Zinedine Zidane really has to win this year, otherwise he is facing the door. I don't see how he can not win it this year and still keep his job. I really don't see. Oh, and Real Madrid lose it in their own half. Atalanta almost counter it, but the defender came in there and was able to sweep it up. Let's see. Oh, Atalanta almost score, but they put it straight into the hands of Courtois. That came in from across. He puts the foot in, and the shot goes to Courtois. If it was left or right, then the keeper wouldn't have got it. It's only because it went straight to him that he was able to get his hands up and save it. That's an early scare there for Real Madrid. And Vinicius Jr. He's a really good player. He had a lot of potential a couple of years ago, and he's now shown that potential as he's played quite a few games for Real Madrid over the seasons. It's quite good when you see a player that's got potential and you start seeing them actually reaching that potential. There's too many players that end up getting carried away. I'm just seeing the replay again of this Atalanta shot. So of course, Real Madrid have the away goal in this tie. I'm actually too scared to put my fingers anywhere near my nose and still smell that fish. Absolutely honking. Honk honk. Here's Atalanta. They've got quite a lot of space in this left flank. He made the decision to try and play a 1-2. I think it was the wrong choice because he's played the ball and then he's ran on, so that's a 1-2. But the player that he played to had 2 defenders on him, so it was a little bit optimistic there, thinking that he would have got the ball back. But we shall see. We shall see. Real Madrid. Oh, and they lose it again to Atalanta. You've got players open. Oh, tried to put it in the box there, and it was Sergio Ramos who just gets it in time. But this Atalanta have came to the Bernabeu. Let me make sure it is the Bernabeu. That have came to this stadium and they've played really fantastically thus far. They've almost went in front, not once but twice. Real Madrid will be hoping to either get a goal to hopefully stop these attacks from Atalanta, because if they get a goal then it will knock some of the confidence out of this Atalanta team. They seem to have came here with a lot of confidence. I thought it was Varane. Let's say Varane. And Varane puts the ball up, and that's going to be a throw-in to Atalanta. And again, it's in a very dangerous area, and that was due to Varane putting the ball up to Lucas. He tried to chest it down, but in reality, because the ball was quite bad, he could only really chest it out for a throw-in. So Atalanta have the ball up and around the Real Madrid box. Atalanta player falls due to the pitch. And the ball comes back all the way to Atalanta. Yeah, so they've came here, and they've definitely came here with a game plan to just attack. At the back, I'm not too sure how well structured they are, because we've not really seen this Real Madrid team that far up the park, really. From what I can see here, that's going to be a free kick. Surely, the referee's waved it on. Surely that was a free kick to Real Madrid. Vinicius Jr. tries to go around the Atalanta player, and the Atalanta player, we'll see what the replay shows, but I thought he had impeded Vinicius Jr. But yeah, but from what I've seen there, the Atalanta defence isn't that well structured, so it seems to be that they are just up the park, attack, and at the back they've not really got anybody back. But here we see Benzema. He's passed the ball looking for the 1-2, but he doesn't get it. It goes to Cruz. Now what can Real Madrid do with this? Modric is pointing back, so he's put all the way back to the defence. Now Modric has it. Will this be his final season at Real Madrid? He's been quite a good servant for Real Madrid, and of course Tottenham prior to that. Real Madrid don't really do anything with the ball, they just passing it about. Sideways, side back. So they're not really doing much with it. Now we know that if Atalanta do get this ball, they are going to put bodies forward. Ball's over to Vinicius Jr. Can't quite control it, but he puts the thumb up to say good ball. Just see the replay there. The Atalanta player does put his foot in to Vinicius Jr., but he does miss him. But Vinicius Jr. goes down holding his neck, so I'm not too sure if there's anything in that. I'll just say hi anyway. Hi. Don't know what that says. Hi, Zool. I'll just say hi. Oh, the ball comes in, and that's taken in by the Atalanta goalkeeper, which is, and his name is, Sportillo. Sportillo. Real Madrid don't really seem to be wanting to play this ball into an area where, oh, I say that, they tried to nutmeg the Atalanta defender, but didn't work. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be that the Real Madrid team really want to get this ball forward. It seems to be that they would rather contain the ball and perhaps look for an opening. They're really not trying to penetrate this Atalanta team at all. Now they're only winning 1-0 in aggregate, so I think they need to try and get a goal early on, because this Atalanta team are definitely trying to get a goal early on, and they're playing high press, high tempo, high intensity. So, oh, I've been really impressed with this Atalanta team. There's a foul there on Lucas, not much in it, but free kick nonetheless. Aye, please comment, because it'll keep me awake. Just hoping this game gets better. But yeah, thanks for everybody that's watching and listening and stuff. If you've got anything to say in the comments, please comment. It will make this so much more interesting. Because just now, Real Madrid have the ball. He's about to throw it in, but he just honestly, they're just passing back. It's backside, 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 backside. And occasionally the ball forward, obviously, but it's barely out of their own half, and they just keep doing sideways. Now, we've seen the goalkeeper for Real Madrid, Courtois, put the ball up the park, and instantly they lose possession to Atalanta, who they know is going to attack, and their attacks are actually working. So I don't understand why they're set up this way. We'll see if Zidane changes it. I always find that that's a worry when you're a team that plays in. Oh, here's Atalanta pass. Oh, shoot! Oh, what a save there by Sergio Ramos. Oh, that was so close, by the way. Atalanta almost got in there. It was in the box and he almost got to the ball. But yeah, that's what I'm just going to say. They've got a corner. If you play in the Spanish or you play in the Scottish and then you play in these sort of competitions, then your fitness levels just aren't up to it. You're just not as instinctive, you're not as reactive, and the Italian league now is getting more difficult as the last two seasons have went on, with the likes of the introduction of players like Lukaku, Eriksen, that sort of calibre of player. So we are seeing a lot better players in the Italian, and you've also got like Dybala, etc. But if you play in the Spanish and you're not playing one of the top 4, 5, so Barcelona, Real Madrid, Sevilla, Atletico Madrid, probably missed the team. So say top 5, then there's been a goal in the Man City game. Yeah, if you're not playing one of the top 5, then you're basically playing an amateur team. And if you've been playing an amateur team, as we've seen Barcelona, they struggled against PSG, then they go and play a team at the weekend and they win 4-1. And I think that's some sort of we've turned the corner, and they've not. Ball comes in from Atalanta. Oh, he goes for he's claiming for a penalty, but I don't think it's going to go too far. But he went to do a side bicycle kick, and he's claiming that he was impeded. The ball's here coming in from Atalanta. The ball comes in high, and he gets to it. Oh, look at all that space that he's got in the middle of the park. Passes to number 88. I really don't know all these players for Atalanta, sorry. But plenty of room for Atalanta. The space now. Who's that gets a deflection for Real Madrid? But the absolute space that there was for Atalanta was unbelievable. I can see Atalanta, if it stays like this, I can see Atalanta winning. And I'm going to return all 3 of my Real Madrid tops that I just bought. The black one, the white one, and the pink one. Ball in there from Atalanta. Oh! Shoot! Oh! The first shot gets a deflection, the second shot it puts over the bar. Telling you, Atalanta have had 2 on target and about 5-6 shots. Real Madrid have had none on target, I think, and 0 shots. Ooh, I'm telling you. This is not a night where Real Madrid can play like this. Thank you for everybody that's watching. They can play like this. They really need to step it up. This is like how Barcelona played in leg 1, if you want to compare it. It was just in there. We believed it was going to be a walkover. Didn't play too well. Making simple mistakes. And thus far it's not cost Real Madrid. But they've lost the ball again to Atalanta. Real Madrid get it back, but there's 2 players who are making fantastic runs. And it only took one, honestly, it would only have taken one glance for the player to know that there was 2 people making a run, and he would have put it over to either player, and Atalanta would have been either in on goal or could have squared it when somebody got into the box. Real Madrid are playing shaky, and they pass back to the goalkeeper again, and I'm going to say that's the 7th time they've done that. You don't pass back to the goalkeeper 7 times in the space of 17 minutes. You just don't do that. Not when you're going for a win. And here's Real Madrid. Benzema's basically came back to get the ball. He puts the ball to Cruz. Now what can they do? Because this Atalanta defence looked quite shaky earlier. There's Vinicius Jr. putting the ball back to the midfield. Now he's came deep. Modric, wasn't a great pass by Modric, but he gets off there. Vinicius Jr. does lose it, but Cruz gets it back. Can he get the ball in? He gets the ball in. Oh, Atalanta are able to get that cleared. Benzema was waiting for it, but Atalanta get it cleared, and then Lucas puts the ball back in. Shot there by Real Madrid, but it was easily dealt with there by Atalanta. You just feel that Real Madrid would have benefited if they'd had Odegaard still on their team. He's now settled into life in London, and he's doing pretty well for Arsenal. So you just think, was that own move a little bit premature, and how much was it to do with finances? Again, it's another pass back to Real Madrid goalkeeper, and again. Anyway. He can shoot to copyright. He can blur it. You can always find it online. It's easy to find. I don't think anybody's actually showing it online. And that goes for all the big streamers. The ones that I know of anyway. The best ways to find streams is there. Welcome. Oh, can Real Madrid make this attack work? And they're going down the left again. They put it back to Benzema, but it's coming back. Benzema, shoot! Oh, and he shoots it right into the legs of Atalanta defender. It's a bit better from Real Madrid. Yeah, Varani's just playing about in the back. How good has Man City been though? I mean, do they look like they're going to be? Well, there you go. I just seen a second goal in the Man City game. That's that answered. I don't know about Man City. It depends on who they play. If it's a team that's going to attack them, they'll do pretty well. If it's a team that will just sit back a bit, then they sometimes struggle to break them down. Who was it they played against? Was it Brighton? Brighton, I think it was. And they struggled to break down Brighton. Benzema, fucking he's lost it. How can you lose the ball there? Numpty. Absolute numpty. Yeah, but there's a lot of space for this Atalanta team once they get into the Real Madrid half. I always say there's going to be a goal before half time, and it never materialises. Let's see if this game changes that. Here's Atalanta, he shoots. Why shoot for there? Shot from about 30 yards out and didn't even get beyond the defender. Atalanta's claiming for a corner, but it's not going to be given. Let's see what the replay says. It was close. It was close. Yeah, I seen it was Kevin De Bruyne and Gundogan just came up there and on the BT Sports that I'm watching. Yeah, it's been pretty. Man City could beat any team on the night, but they could be beaten by anybody on the night as well. They're so inconsistent and they seem to struggle to adapt to the way some teams play. But we'll see. We'll see if Man City can finally... have they won the Champions League? That's the question. I know they've been close to winning the Champions League. Did they win it? Who was it that played Tottenham in the final? Was it Man City? Anyway, I know they've been close to winning it. I don't think Liverpool's going to win it this year, but then again, you never know with Liverpool. They seem to be one of the strongest teams in Europe when it comes to European football. There's Nacho. This Atalanta team aren't really closing down too much on Real Madrid. Players when Real Madrid do attack their box. So we're seeing Real Madrid play the ball forward that little bit more. I think they obviously think that they've got a little bit more space and time, so they can put the ball forward more. As I say that, they play the ball all the way back to the goalkeeper. Shocking. Everything's always there if you Google it. Oh! Atalanta defender goes down, but Modric can't quite get there to capitalise. That's quite a bad tackle there by Atalanta. That should be a good game tomorrow. Chelsea v Atletico Madrid. I don't think Atletico Madrid are going to play as badly as they did in the first half. Or in the first leg. Because Chelsea, I said that in that game, Chelsea should have won that by about 3 or 4 goals. And if they don't win tomorrow night, they'll rue the misses and the chances that they had. Oh, Atalanta! Oh, that was a nice wee flick there, but the striker for Atalanta couldn't quite get on the end of it. You just wonder, will Zapata be brought on second half? 25 minutes in, and this tie, I would say, should have had a goal in it by now from Atalanta. They've been very unfortunate. And then when they did put in a cross, I can't remember his name, but anyway, he tried to head the ball, but he didn't catch it properly, and he headed it wide. Now Real Madrid are just playing the ball between their defenders and the goalkeeper, almost played himself into trouble there. And Atalanta have got it. Oh, they just can't quite get the ball into the box. That final ball let them down. Real Madrid are on the counter. He's got Benzema. Oh, shoot! Oh, I can't believe you missed that. Atalanta goalkeeper went down, and it wasn't an open goal because the defender was still there, but Vinicius Jr. missed. Let's see the replay of this. He thought he had all day to shoot. So the ball comes in. Vinicius Jr. plays the ball to Benzema, who opts to play the ball back to Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. can't quite control it, but he does get to it eventually. And then he shoots and it strikes the elbow of Atalanta defender. Whilst the goalkeeper's down. Lucky. I just don't see it being... I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Atalanta win this. I'll be honest. I firmly believe Atalanta's going to win this tonight. That was a good ball. I think he was trying to play to the back post, because the person on the back post wasn't being defended, it wasn't being marked, so that could have been quite an interesting shot if they got the ball over. But here they are on attack again. Is that going to be a free kick or is it play on? It's play on. Benzema's all the way back to the defence, but he's picked it up. And he's now making a charge. He beats 1, beats 2, beats 3! And he stands and waits for some players to come and help him out. This Atalanta defence is all over the place. It's the only weakness that I can see. They're committing so many players forward that when they do have to defend, their defence is, well, all over the place, is an honest description of it. It's not structured, it's not in a line, it's just stand where you want. But here's Real Madrid in the box, pass! Oh, and he He plays it out for a goal kick. He loses control. Does Vinicius Jr. I don't think he's going to claim for anything, but he did run into the box. There was a slightest touch here from Romero, but there was nothing really in it, so he didn't claim for it. You see Chris, he's always been there or thereabouts tonight, him and Modric in midfield. Varani's up, pushed quite far up the park. Don't know why he's that far up, and he needed Chris and Modric to defend there. Come on, Real Madrid, do something, make the game a little bit more interesting. Cruz tees it up. He's got Lucas. Lucas puts the ball in, but it was, to be honest, it was quite a bad ball there for Sergio Ramos. There was not a lot in that. Not a lot at all. Modric telling Real Madrid players to push up and push on, but then he ends up passing it 5 yards from where he is. And see, I thought I'll do the Real Madrid game. I thought that'd be more interesting than the Man City game. And the Man City game's been the better of the two games. Typical. I did think that Man City would win, so I thought it'd be the occasional goal, but I thought in this game it'd be a lot closer and there'd be a lot more either goals or chances. But thus far, nothing. Not a lot to write home about, but thank you for everybody that's came in, commented, shared, liked, all that stuff. Real Madrid are just passing it about their midfield, they're not really doing much with it. I honestly believe wholeheartedly that they think that it's their game to like just mess about on and just do what they want. And if Atalanta do finally get one of these attacks and score, then I don't know if Real Madrid could get back into it. There was a bad tackle there from Atalanta on Mendy, came in like an elbow drop. We thought it was Macho Man there, Randy Savage. Showed my age. And 33 minutes in, Real Madrid put the ball up the park and they lose it to Atalanta. Man, they are absolutely rank rotten tonight. Like, I don't know what smells worse, that fish that I ate earlier or the way Real Madrid are playing, because they're absolutely awful tonight. And I truly believe that Atalanta, the way but they've lost it to Modric. He's on, shoot! He goes to Benzema and Benzema scores! Benzema! In the 33rd minute, gets Real Madrid ahead due to a mistake by Atalanta. As I did say earlier about Atalanta's defence, it was their only weakness. Only weakness. And what they've done is they've played the ball between themselves and the goalkeeper, and the ball's able to get to Modric, who then runs in The defenders come at him to try and get the ball back, and Modric has the presence of mind to square the ball directly to Benzema, who can't do anything but score. Absolutely fantastic football, and they finally score, and they finally get a goal before half time. So it's Real Madrid 1, Atalanta 0 on the night. Right, so let's update scores. Georgie Doors, what are the scores? I'm going to say that it's very fortunate, by the way. I'm going to say it was against the run of play here. I wouldn't have. If Atalanta had scored, I would not have said it was anything less than they deserved. To be 1-0 down is against the run of play, but to do it and to be down 1-0 in such a manner, they can only blame themselves. Playing the ball far too much to their own goalkeeper and their defence. The ball was passed in there from, can't remember his name, to the attacker for Atalanta. And it came in high, but he says next time just put it down low. Benzema 5 goals and 6 appearances. What a record for that man. Maybe see the ball getting played up the park. Lucas is able to control it. Gets the ball back to Benzema, but Benzema puts it all the way back to Varane. Well, that's pointless. You just wonder. So, yeah, Real Madrid 5 shots. It's a lot more shots than what I thought, and I've had one on target. You just think now, what is Real Madrid's tactics going to be? They seem to be attacking just now, and Benzema's calling for it, but the ball came in a good 10 seconds later. He gets the ball over to Lucas, and we just saw a massive influx of Atalanta players. It was like wasps coming out of a nest. You just saw them all coming from attack, all back into defence. But if that ball had been played earlier to Benzema, he would have been through. You've got to say that was quite selfish from the midfielder. You're always going to play the ball a lot faster than what you're going to run. Yeah, thank you for everybody that's tuned in, watching, looking. Atalanta will definitely go in at half time, and they'll definitely say keep going, you've played well, apart from that one silly mistake. You are creating chances, you've got Real Madrid on the back foot, but can Real Madrid survive the next 8 minutes until half time? Or will Atalanta get an equaliser? It's going to be a yellow card for Real Madrid. It was a really silly tackle. Not much in it. He's went in for a sneaky kick there when the player turned his back. So Valverde was pretty silly. If you want to enter the prize draw thing that's up there, just do what it says, and we'll have a winner drawn at the end of the month. month. See, when I watch the Champions League, some of the games are fantastic, but most of them are pretty boring. I always think that when and if they ever do this Super League, will it actually be good? I don't know. It's one of those things, because there's different styles of play. But here's Real Madrid. They're playing the advantage. Pass the ball to Benzema. Why are you not playing the ball to Benzema? He's trying to run the ball all the way himself, and he plays the ball out for a fricking goal kick. Nacho, what are you doing? You had the opportunity to pass the ball to Benzema, perhaps get a second on the board tonight, and you decide to try and run yourself. The thing with some of these top teams, they've got too much ego, and they would rather try and create a chance themselves and shoot themselves. Creating an interception there, but Atalanta will win it back. Varane won it, but he gave it back. He gave it back to Atalanta quite cheaply. But here's Vinicius Junior. Yeah, it is. He had Benzema to support him on his left, but he took his eye off him for a second. So when he did play the ball, Benzema had already made a little bit of a run, but he's got off it. Benzema was able to backtrack a little and save his blushes by actually getting to the ball. What a dive there by Modric, and the referee just says, nope, nothing given. Come on, you can tell when it's a clear dive. And there's a replay of the Atalanta dive in the box. Again, they were looking for a penalty, not given. There needs to be some sort of rule that if you dive in the box and a card isn't shown during the game, that there can be a board on Monday morning that can look at it and say, never going to give you a yellow card. Atalanta shoot, and it's just past the post. I'm not sure that Courtois would have got to that, to be honest. The shot pretty much came out of nowhere. Yeah, there's no way the keeper was getting to that. Couldn't quite get his foot around it, so it was always spinning just on the outside of the foot. He was never getting to that, the goalkeeper. Oh, spiders! Oi, 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 spiders! Spider-Man. Going to be a throw-in, but who's the throw-in going to go to? It's been a pretty boring half for Real Madrid. Atalanta started the half really well. They've had moments of brilliance. Unfortunately for them, they've never been able to convert these good chances into goals. Yeah, thank you for everybody that's watching, and staying connected. Again, Real Madrid lose the ball, and Atalanta on the attack. You've got plenty of people there. Put the ball through. Oh, that was a wrong pass. You should have went left. If you'd went left, then your adoption of left and right, and he goes right rather than left. That would have been the better option, to be honest. And it was easily picked up by the defenders because there was more defenders on the right hand side player. Ball's back to Courtois. This is probably about the 14th time he's touched it. I want to see his heat map at half time. How many times he's touched the ball in his half via pass back. And Atalanta put the ball through, lovely. That's going to be offside though. And that's now half time. Just like that. Just actually wondering, let's see if that was actually offside. No, it wasn't offside. He's blown for half time. I thought it was offside, but he's blown for half time when Atalanta were pretty much through and goal. I'm not sure that's a bit controversial. It was only in the 45th minute. Didn't see any time for stoppage. I thought he would have let that play go, but he didn't. But anyway, it's half time now. So what can we talk about at half time? Daz live on Twitch helping people get forward, but you're not, mate. I can be live on it. I can be live. I can be live on. In fact, no, I can't actually. I have to go through different software. Gutted. It's alright. I'll just text Daz. I'll be like, Daz, mate. Daz, mate. The Daz doorstep challenge. Not showing my age. Really showing my age. Does anybody remember the Daz doorstep challenge? I suppose you have to come from the UK to have seen the adverts, but still. Yeah, I've got your camera somewhere. Camera's... it's in the hall, your camera. But I'll give it to you when I see you. I've got your nuts here too. Give them nuts. Honestly, I can still smell that fish, by the way. Honestly, I should have eaten the fish with a fork, but I thought it'd be funny. I'll eat it with my fingers. And now it's absolutely stinking. The video's somewhere, I don't know where, but somewhere if you want to watch it. I bet people have tuned in and went, fish, stinking. Aye mate, it's going to stink. In fact, let's see what Daz is doing. How about Daz, mate? He's raiding small streamers. Let's see. But he's a small streamer as well though. Dazzler's confused that somebody's got 3 dogs. I won't be showing him my house soon because I've got three dogs, 4 cats. Right, see, I should do that. I should do that just for the lols. I'll do that after this. I'll go on Twitch. I'll go on a Twitch raid. Twitch. So when you come back through anyway, Ian, when you come through for the cable, the camera And the nut challenge. Give him nuts. See what's crazy, right? You get some of these channels that have got like 644 folk watching them. You just think, mate, that's mental. But then you get some people that have got hardly anybody watching them, so. What can you do there? What can you do? Everybody's like, show me the game. And you're like, I can't, but show me the game. I can't. So. I should start playing Football Manager at half time. I really should. That I can share. I can share that screen. Show me the way to go home. I'm tired and I wanna go home. You got 50 people. 50 folk to follow that one guy. Oh mate, I should have brought my 2 bears on. I've got a bear and I've got a panda bear. And I could have easily have oh mate, you'd have loved my two bears. But oh well, there's always next time. There's always next time. Who is he showing on? I'm tired and I wanna go home. See, if you'd have had your camera, you could have it on as well. I don't know if he's talking or not. I just thought I'd text him. Seems to be quite popular though, that raid thing. I see that. I did miss it. I don't even know who's still watching this stream. Oh yeah. How did you set up your Streamlabs? Did you set it up so that it looks like mine, or have you set it up so that you've got like yourself and a small bit and then the game behind you? Also as well, get a green screen as well. They're only a green sheet, £20–30, pretty good, and you can have anything behind you, anything at all. Let's see what's happening on BT Sports. I put that streaming in the bin outside, and honestly, because I thought I can't keep it, I can't throw it away where I done the video, because that's banging order. So I brought it back home, and fuck me, by the way, it's stinking. I can smell it now, and it's outside in the bin. Don't know how, I don't know how folk can eat that at any point. Just nut. Nut. Pick up that mic. Oh well, you can come here to do the nut challenge and then pick up the mic and the camera and then do that. Just remember that when you set it up, that you set it. I mean, I can show you how to set it up, because you've got to set it up. Well, I suppose you can work it out in Streamlabs how to set it up. But if you get stuck, did that stream thing work? That stream cable. I would turn it up, but then if I turn it up, then everybody else in this video can hear it. I've seen everyone done it, fail it. What, the fish thing? I mate, I can't see anybody doing that, like, and passing it. If you're native to Sweden, then you might do it because you're used to it. It's a bit like folk trying to eat haggis. A lot of folk can't eat haggis when they find out what it is, and it's that knowing what it is that makes them go, no, I can't do it. But if you don't know what it is, then I suppose you might be alright. But when it comes to fermented fish, no chance. Nah, it's just horrible. Absolutely horrible. So yeah, it's still half time in this game, by the way. Nothing's happening yet. I just put it back on and I see AJ, the boxer, doing an advert for links. Interesting. It's probably as interesting as the game, to be fair. It was quite a nice day today as well, so I've got a bit of cycling, as I says, but tomorrow I'm going to pump up the tyres and fix the seat and stuff, and I might get it a bit further, because when I was cycling I was feeling too much of the road and pavement when I was on the more bumpy stuff. And when I looked down, I seen, I was like, it's a wee bit flat looking, so I thought I need to pump it up. But also, I don't have a pump with me, so I thought I'll do it tomorrow. Once I've got some time between lunch. I mean, I would never do it during working hours. So yeah, I thought I'll do it then. But yeah, thanks for all the likes, shares, subscribes, all that jazz. What am I looking for? I'm looking for something, and I can't see what I'm looking for. You know, I don't know why everybody gives downvotes when it clearly says Watchalong. I made sure it says Watchalong quite big, so that there was no misconception. It was nice today. Need to get back out. Yeah, you do. Well, I mean, I only done 3 miles. But it took me 18 minutes to do 3 miles. For in the first mile, I thought, I don't know where I'm going to cycle to, and I was like, I just ended up cycling there. But I couldn't cycle that quick because I felt like the bike just wasn't that responsive. And there was one point when I veered off to the left, and I thought, I need to get these tyres pumped up. And the seat as well, because the way I sit quite far back, and because the seat's standard, because you've got a seat post and then you've got the seat, and then you can move the seat so it slides back further. But I've not changed that, so I felt sometimes that when I was cycling I was going to fall off the back of the seat. There we go. Two teams are about to get back out, and the voice of Michael Owen is talking. Don't know what he's saying. Can never be a good thing anyway when it's Michael Owen. No doubt it'll be something obvious. Sergio Ramos telling his team just to get out there, concentrate. Be a good game though on Thursday with Man United and AC Milan. How Man United is going to probably rue the fact that they missed so many chances in the first leg when they bring back Ibrahimovic for AC Milan. He'll definitely get a goal or two. But hopefully it doesn't knock us out. Aye. Once I can cycle about 5 miles, then we'll look at further places. Honestly, I've used soap on my hands, I've used bleach on my hands. Fucking hell. Don't use bleach on your hands, by the way, but I did. I did, and it still stinks. Oh, here comes Zapata! Zapata's coming on. Big Duvan. It was a case of, I think they missed his presence in the first half. Off goes Palisic. Now, does Zapata have 45 minutes in him, playing high intensity? He didn't play at the weekend. There was some sort of knock or some sort of niggling injury. So they're not even sure if he's going to get a game tonight, even off the bench. But let's see. Yeah, thanks for everybody that's tuned in. Tunes. I managed to pick up a Ultra HD stream as well, so banging. So now Atalanta are playing left to right. Real Madrid are here. They've put the ball further up the park, but they've lost it to Atalanta again. It's the story of the first half, or most of it anyway. Good interception there by Nacho. Nacho goes on the run. He does pass it, surprisingly. I honestly thought he was looking there and he was going to just go for a little run himself again, but he did pass it. Not the best pass, not the best choice either, but he did pass it. And Atalanta, as you can probably guess, do have the ball. And Zapata's in the box. It was quite a bad cross there in the end from Atalanta. Have you got your tent fixed yet? Or have you not been able to tie it up yet? Still sitting there on its tent. Or you've got the tent bag sitting in another bag and then another bag. And say it's sitting in one bag. Vinicius Junior gets in there pretty well, and actually he may have fouled the Atalanta player. What is the referee going to say about this? On Toloy. Yeah, he gets the ball first, Vinicius Junior, so there is a free kick, but definitely not a card. Ball over to Benzema. He does take it. Doesn't really deal with it too well, but he does get it to Cruz eventually. Perhaps it would have been the better choice to let Vinicius Junior take that because he was a little bit wider, but Benzema took it. Now Vinicius Junior has it on the left, and he loses it. Tries to beat his man by playing a nutmeg, but that didn't pay off. So passes completed, 278 for Real Madrid. Atalanta are only a little behind. So statistically it does look like a close game, but if you're watching it, you would say that Atalanta definitely have had the better chances. Oh, the ball there from Zapata, plays a back pass, and he played it, but his teammate didn't know he was going to do that. I mean, it was fancy. It took the Real Madrid defence by surprise, but it also took his own teammate by surprise. It's always good to have some game time with your teammates. That way they can second guess what you're going to do. In this case, that didn't happen. And Real Madrid run the ball out of play themselves. So they're winning 1-0. Can Atalanta get back into this game? They've got, 40 minutes to do so. Benzema puts the ball, he's playing quite deep just now as Benzema. Plays the ball back to defence again. And here's Atalanta on the attack. They've got a few players forward. It's Muriel puts the ball in, and Ramos gets there before Zapata. Not much before though. And Mendy came back. And in fact, Vinicius Junior, able to come back, plays the 1-2 with Mendy. Vinicius Junior, he's got one defender. Shoot! Oh, what is he doing? He beat every player, and he's got the goal pretty much gaping. And it's the easiest touch to beat the goalkeeper, and he puts it wide. Unbelievable. He ran the full length of the pitch almost, and he does that. Wow. They're showing it again, the replay. He wins the ball from Atalanta in his own half. Plays the 1-2 with Mendy. He runs. He's got the ball. He beats one defender, how? Even he can't believe that. He had every defender and player beaten. And Ramos actually goes to the ground with disbelief that Vinicius Jr. cannot get that on target. If he didn't score, that's one thing, but to not even get it anywhere near on target, it was that away. It was that away. That could be the decider that Zidane says, right, he's coming off the park. Because to miss by that is just incredible. And he did have Benzema up there as well. Oh, Real Madrid shoot! Oh, it was straight at the goalkeeper. That was a shot from Mendy. I don't know sometimes why these strikers or midfielders strike the ball at the centre of the goal when they've got so much goal to aim for. Zapata tries to get through Lucas there and somebody else. He does get through them, but he's deemed to have injured Lucas as he went past. And I would say that it was probably more the other way. But Zapata is a big lad. Is this going to be medical for Lucas? Atalanta players calling for the medic. He says he's got a bit of a groin strain. So whilst they tackle that tackle. Thank you for everybody that's tuned in. And all that. I just love how Vinicius Jr. goes down, claims for a free kick. As soon as he sees Mendy, he's got an opportunity, he's back up on his feet. Seeing this replay again from Vinicius Jr. He was starting to pedal away, almost believing that he'd scored, and yeah, the ball went pretty far wide. But here comes on Ilicic, and off goes Gosens. He was the person who had the groin injury, so I'm not sure if it's still there, or if it was just a tactical change that was going to happen anyway. But we now have Ilicic, who I believe is quite a good attacking midfielder for Atalanta, if memory serves me correct. So Real Madrid have literally went from being in Atalanta box all the way back to Courtois. I hate watching football like this. Honestly, it just gets on my absolute nerves. And quick free kick there for Real Madrid. And it was that quick that the players didn't respond and they lost it to Atalanta. Oh, Vinicius Jr. He's making yet another run. Oh, he's went down this time. He's definitely going to plead for a penalty, and it could be given. I say could be because this will go to VAR always. I think it's pretty much a dead, well, it is pretty much a dead cert because the Atalanta defender isn't protesting any innocence. Oh, but yeah, that would be a free kick. So if it does go to VAR, it's going to be a free kick and not a penalty. I mean, I don't even think there's that much in it for Vinicius to go down. But he's went down. There's been a slight touch. Yeah, it's going to be a penalty check. It won't be given. Sergio Ramos is standing over the ball, but it's going to come back. It's got to come back. Has that been given? Penalty awarded. Is that what's going to happen? Surely it was a free kick. Penalty's been given. Sergio Ramos steps up, shoots, and he gets in. Sergio Ramos scores. The defender has got his head down, but I want to see his replay again because that for me was a water went in the wrong way. Was a free kick. Yeah, the touch is well outside the box. But there we are. We've had a lot of these decisions. Real Madrid 2-0 Atalanta. Thanks, Iwan. Yeah, I'm about a minute behind. I'm just going to change that. But that was never ever a penalty. Never a penalty. It was outside the box. I suppose you've got to give what you've got to give, but for me it wasn't. And they're just taking off that defender now, so they've taken off Toloi. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Toloi. And they've brought on his replacement. Again, is this because of the penalty just been awarded? Is that his punishment? You see Sergio Ramos holding up his hands like this, so I don't know if he was discussing the penalty with one of his teammates because I can't hear what they're saying on the park. I should really start using headphones so I can listen to the commentary as well, but I don't know if that will seep through. It shouldn't seep through, but you never know. So yeah, they just pan to Toloi, who does not look amused at all. So I can only assume that the substitution was a direct result of the penalty that he gave away, which I don't think was a penalty. I think it was a free kick. Jose Palomino came on. Palomino. And we see Real Madrid looking for a substitution. So they're 2-0 up on the night, 3-0 in aggregate. This should be them home and dry. I think they've been very fortunate tonight. On any other night, Atalanta, I think we would have beaten them. The game's not over yet. Still got 28 minutes to go. But with the way that Real Madrid are riding their luck, you wouldn't think that luck would change and go in the favour of Atalanta, but it's football, you never know. Down the wing, right, he's got Zapata in the box. He opts to play a short ball. Zapata! Zapata didn't quite... I don't know if he thought it was going to come in or not. I don't think he did. So he didn't commit himself, and then when he did eventually move, it was too late. and off comes Sergio Ramos, and on comes Milito. He looks happy, so I don't know if it was Sergio Ramos that asked for the substitution, or it's just a case of bringing him off and keeping him fresh for the next game. He shook Zidane's hand and gave him a kiss on the cheek, so I don't know if it was an intentional substitution from Ramos or if it was a decision by Zidane. Quite early in the game if it was a decision by Zidane. Ball comes in, and Benzema and Mendy pretty much both go for the same ball and get a little bit stuck, so no one ends up with the ball. This is going to allow Atalanta to make the break. Zapata, who's he got in support, puts in a good ball, but nothing comes of it. And Zapata, he gets it again. Now we've got to remember that Sergio Ramos has been pretty good in defence. So will this allow Zapata to express himself and to get better chances than he did have when he was up against Sergio Ramos? But yeah, we see that free kick. We see that penalty again. And Ramos does score, but it's a very, very close penalty. It could have went either way. He does score, but the keeper does get his hands to it, and I don't even know if it was power that was why he got it in. To be honest, I think it was just beyond the goalkeeper, but not by much. But it wasn't a good penalty. It's going to be a corner to Atalanta. Atalanta. 65 minutes gone, 2-0 Atalanta. Ball comes in, easily there for Courtois. Courtois picks it up. The only touches he's really had to do in this game is when he's had back passes from his outfield players. And Mendy's lost it to Atalanta, but you can see this game finishing pretty soon. Oh, Zapata shoots! And he puts it pretty much in direct line of Courtois, but there is a call for something. Don't know what the call is for from Atalanta. Now, what are they calling for? 'Cause it's onside. And then they put up their hands, but what are they looking for? Not sure, doesn't say it, and we play on. Game resumes. Benzema, he's got Mendy in front, but he opts to go to the right. Ball comes in. Benzema hits the post! Benzema hits the post there. I would have said that would have been game over, but I think it is game over anyway, so does it really matter if he'd have scored there, yes or no? Benzema was happy with the return ball there. Unbeknownst to Benzema, Mendy had already ran offside. He actually gets two shots there with the header. The first one gets saved by the goalkeeper, and the second one he hits the post. So you would have thought he would have scored the rebound, but off comes Vinicius Jr. On goes Rodrigo. Now we'll see what Rodrigo can do. He had a better start to his career at the Bernabeu. If you compare him with Vinicius Jr. Atalanta again, Zapata, but he's been pushed right. 6 to 8 minutes gone. I fancy getting some ice cream. Here comes Lucas. He's got options. He's got a lot of options actually. Cruz. Here's Benzema, and it's going to be a free kick to Atalanta. Cruz basically ran in, thought he was a professional wrestler, and tries to get a body slam on the Atalanta defender. Thank you for everybody that's commented, shared, liked, all that. Let me see Valverde. Oh, the ball comes in and it's straight to Courtois. Easily taken there. What a waste of a free kick. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. See what's happening in the Man City game. Blah 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 blah. Oh, Benzema again, and he's put the ball out. What's the score? Man City 2-0. 2-0, which I suppose sees them into the next round, so they'll be happy. Don't need to push on for any more. They will be happy. And they may have done what Real Madrid have done and brought off some of their better players. Oh, come on. Put your hand up if you thought the Real Madrid game would have been more exciting. Meh. I think my next game will be the Man U AC Milan game. And I really think that Man United are going to struggle. Really do. Hopefully not, but I see it happening. Oh, that'll be a free kick to Real Madrid. That was silly from Atalanta to tackle Rodrigo so far up the park and basically grab him round the neck. Chokehold. Benzema's up there. He's went for the foot rather than the head, and he's lost possession up near the box. That cat's thinking, this game, daddy, is pretty boring from Real Madrid. I'm going to entertain you by playing with the curtains. If you could see what I could see what the cat's doing with the curtains, you'd say it's better than this football match. From what I've seen from PSG, they would decimate Real Madrid in the current form that Real Madrid's in. This scoreline makes them look a lot better than what they actually are at this current moment in time. Oh, Atalanta player goes down with a face knock. And Cruz Benzema again, he's played the high ball, so it's more difficult to control. Play it across the ground, mate. But here comes Lucas, and he's lost the ball to Atalanta defence. That was not a difficult interception. But here's Atalanta on the attack. They've got Zapata. They had somebody on the right hand side who was wide open. He opts to go down the flank. Now, has Modric let that go out for a corner or goal kick? I think by his response it's a corner. Alic is the one who got hit in the face by Nacho. Just a slight elbow. Atalanta put in the corner, but it can't even beat the first man. What are you doing, Atalanta? Oh, Zapata! Shoot! Oh, he took it a little bit too long there, and it allowed the defender and Courtois to get there. He took too long, so the defender was able to come back to close down the angle, so it made it a lot easier for Courtois to get into a position where the shot could only really go the one way. And then Rodrigo gets up the other end of the park and runs it out like Vinicius Jr. did in the first half. Proper end-to-end this in the past couple of minutes. And Cruz breaks down an attack for Atalanta, and he gets a booking for his troubles. Again, it's that man, Ilicic. But the defender here just does just enough to force Zapata out to the right, which forces the angle for the shot to only really go one way, and that really helped Courtois. Because then the ball obviously went straight to him, so obviously pointing out the obvious, yeah. Hands up if you're watching the game in the comments. And if you're really struggling, you can type your nose. Just see Modric there putting a tackle. He's going to probably get carded as well. Don't know if he has or not, because the camera moved away. There's been no question yet. There's been nothing popped up yet. Honestly, I can still taste that fish. It's absolutely disgusting. Oh, there's a shot there from Atalanta, and that's going to be a goal kick. Muriel puts the ball over. He goes and collects the ball though, so it's a quick goal kick. In fact, did that actually got a deflection? Got a deflection. So corner, 77 minutes. Ball comes in. It's a better ball, and a few Atalanta players had already committed, so when the ball did break in the box, they were already beyond the ball, so they were all pretty much on the goal line because of the first ball. Ball comes back in, Atalanta. And that's picked up there from Real, who then go on a bit of a jaunt there. Valverde. That breaks down to just them passing about like a training session. It's the usual for Real Madrid. They're in no hurry. Thanks, Match Power. Atalanta would love a goal in this game. Don't see it coming though. Don't see it coming. I mean, if they scored, fair enough, but they've just been so unlucky that they've not scored thus far. I think the 3 strikes that I can think of, that was pretty much straight to Courtois, and with the exception of one of them, the one I just seen there on replay, every other one should have been placed to a side, whether it's bottom corner or top corner, but it's only that last one there that they were forced to play it from the right hand side. So there was only one shot on if he did decide to shoot. But we're looking to do the Old Firm game on Sunday as myself and Graham, so that should be a really good game. Should be really good if Celtic start getting beat, because I can tell you by Monday morning I won't have a YouTube account. I can tell you that much. And if they play the same way they played in the past 2 games, I definitely won't. Anyway, back to this Atalanta game. Zapata in the box! What can he do? He just didn't have enough support really. He had 3 men round him as soon as he got it in the box. But Real Madrid play the ball back and almost give it back to Zapata. It's going to be a free kick to Atalanta. Thank you for everybody that's watching, sharing, liking. Just try to see how far I'm behind. I'm only 40 seconds behind, so I'm not that far. And here comes Assassino. And off comes... is it Valverde? Did Tino come in as a sub, Valverde? Maybe I'm dreaming things. Thought Valverde came on as a sub, but according to live score, he didn't. So Real Madrid are set up there. Oh, what a goal! Goal by Atalanta, top corner! Muriel! That was fantastically taken there, because what they did was, and it is actually quite a good idea, because I was thinking there, how do you actually try and beat this new wall setup where it's the wall and the man behind? Three defenders then ran as the ball was getting played, and the defence turns round to try and run with the ball, but they've got that player standing behind them, so you can't run with that. I mean, you can't run because the guy's on the ground, so yeah, change the score. I think Match Power has an inside man or woman, and off comes Pacini and on comes Caldera, and one more change for Atalanta. They certainly believe that they can still get something from this game. They're bringing off Muriel, I believe. So he's had a fine game. I would have kept him on at this stage after that wonderful free kick. He may not have had the legs. I don't know if he's got the legs or not, but he would have had the... Oh! Real Madrid score! I seen that there was quite a lot of space there, and Asenio comes on and he scores. Is that his first touch in the game? Atalanta can't believe that they made the substitutions, and as soon as it's happened, Atalanta kick the ball off. Real Madrid win it. It's 3v3. Ball comes in. Asenio gets yards and yards and yards to himself, and he pretty much beats the keeper on his inside post. And it's a great ball there from Lucas. So this game's picked up in the final 5 minutes, 10 minutes of the game. I don't think it will go down as a classic, but it will definitely go down as a good win for Real Madrid, and they got there in the end. I'm no shouting, I'm just saying it scored. Do you know what? There's been spells where the game's been okay, and Atalanta have probably been the better of the two teams. But they just couldn't take the chances that they created, and that allowed Real Madrid to just hang off, and then when they eventually did get a chance, one of them was a mistake by Atalanta, by Toulouse, or his name is Toulouse. But yeah, here's Atalanta. He's played the ball too far. It's been okay. I mean, the final 10 minutes was the best so far. I mean, that was just some free kick where you've put the ball in and the ball can't do anything, because when they turn round they've got a man standing behind them, so they actually can't do anything. Courtois does get a touch to that actually, and then they bring off Muriel, and you think, well, he may not have the legs, but if they do get a free kick again, then he's the man that you want. He's just shown that he can do the business when under pressure, and that brought him back 2-1 on the night. You would say the game's now over after Real scored that goal so quickly after Atalanta scored to make it 2-1 on the night. But Atalanta still believe. And that was a really bad decision there by Zapata. Tries to lay off his teammate, but by laying off his teammate, Zapata has two defenders on him. So all he's going to really do is play the ball into an area where the two defenders are going to be in the way anyway. So yeah, that wasn't well worked. Yeah, I was shouting when they scored. Not quite loud, but a wee bit loud. But you've got to remember as well that my mic is super sensitive. So if I raise my voice just a tiny bit, it's super sensitive. But yeah, thanks for all the likes and shares and all that. Oh, Atalanta! No, they can't do anything. In fact, no, they got it back again and they fell. Just the pitch is a little bit too slippery. And then Rodrigo does then get fouled. I'm quite looking forward to wearing my pink Real Madrid top, but I'll do an unbagging when I get them. I think they cost me, was it £7 each? I think they cost me £8 each from China. So I'll see how they are, but every other top I've had from China has been good quality, so I'll see. I mean, I do have real football tops, but I've got a lot of fake ones as well, so I've just never done an unboxing from DH Gate before, but I think I'll do it this time when they do come after. I think they're coming in July or August due to flight restrictions, but when they eventually do come, I'll do an unbagging or unboxing of them. And if I do have the real top, I will do a comparison. So Atalanta, 8th to 9th minute, stoppage time hasn't been mentioned yet, and they're still attacking, but that's got to be game over for them. I am deaf. This is why I work in IT, so I can type all the time, so I can speak to people just by messages or email or memos. I don't have to speak to anybody, just type. If I was doing a regular job, I'd have to speak to people. But Atalanta pick it up and play the ball forward, and there's nobody there. Unfortunately, Zapata wasn't able to really have much impact in the second half. They'll go out tonight, 5 minutes of stoppage time. They'll go out tonight, but I don't think they can be too disheartened. They've put up a very good fight. If they played this game 100 times and they played the way they played tonight, and Real Madrid played the way they played tonight, I think Atalanta would have won the majority of the games. It's just been Real Madrid's night, and they've got a lot of the luck. That penalty, I still say it wasn't a penalty. I still say it was a free kick. But that's just my thinking and my take on it. But there's a lot of views, a lot of shares, a lot of likes on this video. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It'll be good once these teams start getting fans back into the stadiums, make it a little bit more interesting. Because as it is now, the players are just going through the motions. There's quite a few teams and quite a few players of playing in different leagues pretty much that aren't playing with much passion at the moment. But they lose the ball to Atalanta in the box. Zapata, and he plays the ball, and it's a pretty bad ball, to be honest, to his teammate, and Atalanta lose possession. Story of Atalanta's night. Just couldn't quite finish in the final third. There's a couple of chances, and Courtois will get some of the plaudits for those saves. But I definitely think that if Zapata or a better striker had his opportunities, they would have put the ball to either side rather than directly to Courtois. But as I was saying earlier, at the start of the game, Zidane will be happy. He is looking to have a good season this season. I don't know if he will be there for another rebuild if they get knocked out of the Champions League in the quarterfinals. So they'll certainly be looking at, well, the higher ups at Real Madrid will certainly be looking at Zidane's performances in the next couple of months. Ball comes in, it's right across the face from Benzema, but nobody was there to pick it up. The nearest was Lucas, and that tells you a lot because Lucas is a right winger and he was coming in from the left hand side on that attack there. But yeah, got a few minutes and then that'll be it for Atalanta. They'll be back on the party bus all the way back to Italy. So Real Madrid are just passing it about as you'd expect in the final few minutes, just passing it about their defence. I'm waiting for yet another touch from the goalkeeper. I want to see his heat map, which I didn't do at half time. Probably should have. I think he's on at least his 28th touch. That's been a back pass, but yeah, that's now full time. The referee takes it up to, I don't even think it was the full 95 minutes, but he calls it. Zidane will be very happy that his team's managed to not only win, but it looks comfortable. I don't think it was that comfortable in the end, but if you look at it, stats quite similar, and Real Madrid were the team that took the opportunities. So, I swear the back yeah, I mean this Real Madrid squad is there's a lot of old players in there, and there's a few young players coming in. So you've got Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo, that sort of player. But where is the transition properly going to come in? Because you've got a lot of players that are pretty much ready to leave, say Modric. They may get rid of Asenio in the summer. There's a lot of players that are going to go, and will there be enough players of talent left behind to show these young guys what to do, how to play, how to be on the pitch? Now you've had obviously Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo at the club 3 seasons, so has that been enough? We'll need to see come the summer, but they're talking about spending 500 million, and for me that was a very, very lucky performance. They were very lucky to win, but anyway, I'm going to go. It's been wonderful, and I'm going to send a message before I go. Thank you. Till Thursday.